I got over 280 leads, spending less than 4 Rand per lead using Facebook and Instagram ads. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact process I used to set up the campaign that generated those insane results. So let's get into it. Couple of basic things I want to cover before we get into the actual campaign. One, simple always works. What you will see in the ad that I used is it's shamefully simple. Like, I am honestly ashamed of how simple it is. It's only 15 seconds and it's just me talking to my phone, no fancy editing, nothing of that sort. And I use that because if you've been a student of marketing for a while, you will know about Tai Lopez. His Here in My Garage ad got over 70 million views on YouTube, and it's just him talking to his phone in his garage. No fancy editing, no jump cuts, just a man talking to his phone. And it worked because the words you say are way more important than fancy editing and all of that stuff. And the second thing I want to cover is that don't try to outsmart the algorithm, because Meta has so many data points that all we have to do is tell it what we want and it will give us that, because it makes money when we advertise more, and we advertise more when we get what we want. So make sure to be very clear about your intentions with Meta and the kind of people that you are looking for through Meta, and I will show you exactly how to do that. So let's get into it. All right, I'm in an example ad account where I'll show you the exact process I used to set up the campaign that generated those insane results for me, and then you can do it for yourself. So what you'll see on the campaign level is this. What you want to do is click on the green create button. Now, buying type, always leave it as auction, and campaign objective. This is where most people try to outsmart the algorithm, because if you read the description of these objectives, they are enticing. I mean, awareness. Look what it says about awareness. Show your ads to people who are most likely to remember them. And you want people to remember what you do, right? No, wrong. What you want is leads or sales. These are the only two campaign objectives that matter, because they are the ones that get money in. You either want leads for your service business or sales for your e-com store or whatever store you run. So always go for leads and always go for sales. I went for leads because the way I set up my campaign is that people download a free guide which I created, and then which gives me their email address so I can add them to my email list, where I'll be able to send follow-up emails to them and get them on a sales call and then close them. That's how my funnel works. So I chose leads and then click on continue. Now, campaign name, you can name your campaign whatever you wish. I recommend naming it after what your campaign is for. So I shall call this one Meta Guide Campaign, because I was advertising my free Meta Ads guide. Now, you don't have to mess with anything here, just leave it as it is. Okay, budget. This is new, which is what's very irritating to business owners and people who don't spend a lot of time on this, because I swear to you, yesterday it was not like this. It was different, but now they did this. Why? I do not know. But luckily, I'm a moderately intelligent human being, so I sort of still understand how everything works. Now, what you want to do is go for ad set budget, because that gives you more control over what you're spending and where. Share some. This is also new. I will just deselect it because I haven't tested it yet, so I don't know if it's best. So I'll just go for the old traditional method that I used. So just deselect that and then move on. A/B test, leave it off. You don't have to worry about this. And then special ad categories. Now, if your business falls under financial products like credit cards, loans, and all that sort of stuff, you have to declare that. Same if you are advertising job offers, and the same if you are advertising house listings or politics ethical issues and all that sort of stuff. You have to declare it, because if your business falls under these categories and you don't declare it, you could get in trouble and get your ad account banned. And we don't want that now, do we? So just declare if you have to. I didn't have to, so I'm just gonna click on next and move on to the ad set level. All right, moving on to the ad set level. Now, the ad set level is where you are going to pick your audience and where you want that audience to be directed to when they click on your ad. So, your ad set name can be anything you want it to be. If you are targeting people in a specific area, you can name the ad set after the name of that place. And or if you're doing interest targeting, you can name your ad set after the interest. I will show you what interest targeting is as we scroll down. Conversion location is where you want people to go when they click your ad. The default selected is instant forms. Instant forms are fine if you don't have your own website, but if you do have your own website, I highly recommend you click that, because that is what I used for my ads. I directed people to this landing page on my website. See how simple it is. That is how simple we keep things around here, which is the theme of this video. Just keep things stupid simple. Performance goal, leave it as maximize number of conversions. Dataset is where you insert your pixel. Now, a pixel is a tracking code that you put on your website that allows Meta to know who is doing what on your website. It's the reason why privacy is dead, and it allows us to pick our audience based on people's interests, and it also allows Meta to track results so that it can optimize. In case you're wondering, pixels are the reason why Google and Meta know more about you than your own mother, because privacy is dead. Like, it's so dead, nothing has ever been deader. Like, they know everything about you, whether you like cats, whether or not you have AIDS, the last time you went to the doctor, and those embarrassing things that you Google in the middle of the night. They see it all. And platforms like Meta Ads and Google Ads allows us to use that information to our advantage so that we can show our ads to the people that are most likely to buy. Anyway, that is what pixels are for. Creating one is that simple. If you don't have one already, you just click on create new data set. You can name your pixel whatever, and you just click on create pixel. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll create a separate one where I explain pixels in depth. Conversion event, since this is a lead campaign, we will choose lead, which is the one I chose. Cost per result goal, leave it as none. Dynamic creative, leave it off. And now daily budget. I recommend a daily budget of 180 rands, and if that's too much for you right now, you could still get results with 90 rands per day. I remember the first ever Meta Ads campaign I ran was for a 7,000 rand plus service, and we were doing a daily budget of 67 rand per day, which was ridiculously low, but we still got decent results. I think we got around 32 leads per month. So it was pretty decent. It was slow but decent. So if you want to see results much faster, then I highly recommend increasing your budget. Minimum 180, 90 rand if you are that low on money. But yeah, try to aim for 180. Start date is the date your ads are going to start running. You can see like that. End date, leave it as none. On to the audience section, which is where we get to pick our audience. Location. The location I used for my campaign was literally the entire South Africa, because my service can be delivered country-wide. Now, if you can also deliver your product or your service country-wide or internationally, pick the entire country. Don't say, oh, but I know people in Cape Town have more money than people in Pretoria, or just don't overthink it. Meta will work that out if that is in fact the case, but pick the location not based on who you think has more money, but based on where you can deliver your service. So if you can deliver to the entire country, select the entire country. If you are a local business and can only serve a specific area, then search for that location. So if you're in Johannesburg, you could search Johannesburg, Gauteng, South Africa. Yes, this. You can just select it, and you can also select the radius around Johannesburg you want to cover. You can go as far as 80 kilometers and as low as 17 kilometers. Just work out which area and which radius you can service if you are a local business, and tailor it accordingly. But for me, I can deliver nationally, internationally, so I just select the whole country, because you don't have to worry too much about that. Age, I would leave it broad because Meta knows best. Gender, also leave it broad. Select all genders. I don't know how many there are now. Probably 97. I lost count. But anyway, the point is, if there is more than a 95% bias towards one gender, then you can select the specific gender. But if it's less than 95%, then just leave it broad. Meta will just work it out if there's a bias. Custom audiences, you don't have to worry about this in the beginning. And detailed targeting, which is what I used here. Because I'm a marketing agency, I was advertising to small business owners. So you can just type in the audience that you want to reach here, like small business owner. You see, you can even select specifically an orthodontist, but I went for this one, small business owner as a behavior. You can also pick them according to employee size, but I just picked small business owners in general. And I also went for digital marketing as an interest. Yes, digital marketing as an interest. I use these two interests to give the algorithm a direction for what I want to go, and there are plenty more here that I could pick from, but I only chose those two. So you can do the same for your own business. And languages, all languages, don't have to worry about that. Placements, you don't have to do anything here. It's basically where Meta is going to show your ads: Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and Audience Network. Just leave it. Don't have to worry about that. Let's move on to the ad level. Right, the ad level, you can name your ad whatever you want. Partnership ad, this is when you are running ads with creators or popular brands. You don't have to worry about this. Identity is basically the Facebook page, the Instagram account, and apparently also the Threads profile, because I swear to you, yesterday you could not select Threads profile, but today you apparently can. It's insane. But yeah, you can. This is where you select your Facebook page, your Instagram account, and your Threads profile. Pretty straightforward. Ad setup, you create, just leave on create ad and manual upload, because we are going to upload it manually. Format, single image or video is what we are going with. You can use carousel if you have multiple images, like you're displaying something, or if you're making it a pamphlet style ad, but I went for single image or video because I was going to use the video. Website URL, this is the link that you want people to go to when they click on your ad. So my link was takeprofitmarketing.com/meta guide. That was the URL I directed people to. Display link, you can just leave it blank. Browser add-ons, none. Add creative, set up ad creative. Just click that, and I used a video ad. And once you click that, it will take you to this where you can set up your ad. So you just click on next. This is where you can insert your media. As you can see, it also shows your Instagram reels or Facebook videos if you've been posting on there, and I will just click on upload because I'm not using any of my videos that I posted on Instagram. And this was the video I used, the Meta Guide ad. And I want to show you how shamefully simple this ad was.
Attention business owners, if you want to attract more clients using Meta ads, so Facebook and Instagram ads, I wrote a free guide on how you can do exactly that. Just click the link below to download it. You'll love it.
I am ashamed at how simple this is. Like, you can't get any more low effort than that. Honestly, I'm ashamed of myself. But anyway, it worked, and that's the point. You don't have to overcomplicate things with fancy editing. As you can see, man, it's literally 14 seconds long. No edits, nothing whatsoever. Just me talking to my phone, and it works. Anyway, let's get back to these. Next. Here, I usually don't change anything here because it usually messes things up, but you can just pick the recommended one and see if it doesn't mess up your things too much. So you can just click here, see if, as you can see, if I pick
Attention
16:9,
business
it
owners.
doesn't really make sense, right? So I'll just go for original, and yeah, don't have to overcomplicate these things. Primary text. This is the text that appears on the top of your ad in Facebook, and it appears in the caption area on Instagram. If I remember correctly, I just transcripted the words I used in that video onto the page. So it was attention business owners, watch this if you want to easily attract more clients using Facebook and Instagram. Something simple like this, nothing complicated. The headline appears right on the bottom of your ad, and I cannot for the life of me remember what the headline I used was, but it was also something pretty simple, like either attention business owners or watch this if you're looking for more clients, something like that. You can add multiple options and Meta will alternate between the options. Description, I just left it as it is, and call to action. You can select different call to action texts, but the one that I always go for is learn more, because apparently for psychological reasons that one always works. Then next. You can add video effects if you want enhancements, but I didn't use them. I don't think they're necessary. So I just clicked on done, and then I was done setting up my ad creative, just like that. Nothing complicated. As you can see, this is what your ad will look like on Facebook. This is the primary text. This is your video. This is your headline. This is the call to action button, and this is the URL that people will go to. Creative testing, I didn't do anything here. Languages of tracking, that is the pixel thing that we set up on the ad set level. This one is not active because it's an example ad account. App events, don't have to worry about that. Offline events, you don't have to worry about that. URL parameters, you don't have to worry about that. And then you are done. You just click on publish, and then your ad is running just like that. Nothing complicated. So that's it. That is how I set up the lead generation campaign that got me over 280 leads for less than 4 Rand per lead. Astonishing results, and I hope this video was useful and you can just copy this to emulate similar results. I will create separate videos for sales campaigns and for pixels and custom audiences, and all that is to come. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you found this helpful. And yeah, talk soon.